Holiday shoppers steer clear of giant retailers to browse around some smaller shops. Good evening, I'm Amber Schatz.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Thanks for joining us tonight.
If you shop big on Black Friday, today is your chance to shop small and support local businesses. Lot 2029 is among the shops in downtown Bismarck that is offering their own doorbuster deals for the holidays. Small Business Saturday is the biggest day of the year for many boutiques. Lot 2029 owner Madonna Wald and Frenchie, donning her own little dress, are excited to see some friendly faces.
Love seeing the customers, people that come in normally through the week and things like that, and they come in, they got a smile on their face, and it's so nice to see that, and it's fun for us to offer, really nice products at good prices, just kind of as a thank you for all of the year, the whole year that they've come into us.
Lot 2029 is open until 6 o'clock tonight. They open up again on Wednesday. And for more information on store deals and hours in downtown Bismarck, you can visit downtownbismarck.com.
A Christmas tree lights up Main Street, Minot, enticing shoppers with sparkly and special incentives downtown.
Kelly Volk takes us to the all-day celebration up north.
We want people to know that the downtown is alive and well.
Alive and well with the Christmas spirit, that is. Downtown Minot is celebrating another year of holiday cheer with an old-fashioned open house. Businesses offered Black Friday sales and even something sweeter than the holiday deals.
All the stores have wonderful specials going on, and they have little extras to entice everyone. Hot chocolate and cider, some great homemade cookies.
The Christmas treats were a big hit with holiday shoppers, much like the garland and lights adorning storefronts, sidewalks, and the street.
It's pretty festive. If you haven't been downtown, it's decorated beautifully. They've done a really good job, and it's really going to be fun tonight.
But to truly ring in the holiday season, a special visit was required from two familiar holiday faces.
Well, I think it's important for Minot to remember that the downtown is the heart of the city. This is where we have wonderful events going on for the whole family, from children to parents to grandparents.
It's fun. It's festive. The more the merrier.
The more the merrier Christmas. In Minot, Kelly Volk, KX News.
And now Jared joins us with a first look at the forecast. Jared, how are you?
Very well, Ron. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Yes.
Last time I saw you, you were a lot heavier. I feel like you lost like 50 pounds.
Yes, I've lost just a little bit of weight.
Well, good for you.
Thanks for noticing.
Good for you.
So our weather today, pretty quiet, but we've got some big changes coming up here. Started off in some teens and some 20s. Right now, actually in some 30s to even 40 up in Williston. Pretty warm for up here. And had some light snow, maybe some light rain kind of passing on through. Looks like we got more snow coming up in the days to come, and then an Arctic blast to follow. It's going to be rather chilly. Talk more about that in a bit.
In other news around the state tonight, authorities say a Black Friday shoplifter in Grand Forks abandoned a cart full of stolen items and hit a store employee with her car as she sped away from the parking lot. Police say the incident happened around 9 a.m. yesterday after a Menards employee followed a woman who had walked out of the store without paying for several items. The employee tried to stop her from leaving by blocking the path of her vehicle. No injuries were reported.
It appears it was a busy day for responders. Firefighters also were called to a Sam's Club in Bismarck to help extinguish a trash fire in the parking lot. Around 8:45 yesterday morning, the Bismarck Fire Department responded to a report of a trash fire in the parking lot of Sam's Club. A driver from Waste Management had pulled into the parking lot and emptied the garbage truck's contents after noticing smoke coming from the top. The fire department used approximately 500 gallons. I repeat, 500 gallons of water and foam to extinguish the fire. There were no injuries at this incident.
Getting home to see family can cost a lot of time and money, especially if you're flying.
Add in all the baggage fees, the weight limits, and airport lines. It's enough to send any frequent flyer packing. But reporter Kay Cooley introduces us to a new product that can help you avoid all of those things.
When you're headed home to see all those good little boys and girls, holiday travel can be a little stressful. But this year may be different because Santa's got a brand new bag.
You don't need a Santa suit or a fake beard
Mine's real.
to know checking bags is a hassle.
We've had some issues with that today, but
There's Jack Togo, a new way to save some time and money at the airport.
I don't even have to carry it on my back, but it has a pretty jolly fit when I wear it.
You look awesome.
The latest in traveler technology.
what would you say if you could wear your bag? We wanted to. That's what we would love to do.
Oh, now that is a slick idea.
It's a pretty jacked up jacket, perfect for people in my line of work.
I don't travel a lot.
Only on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
As you see, it has plenty of places
You got lots of pockets.
to pack in the presents.
The goodies.
I let the good travelers try it on,
It's actually not that heavy.
It's kind of heavy.
but some just wanted to see what was inside.
What else you got in there?
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that at all.
They found even without the latest in fashion,
Does it put on some pounds?
Doesn't show much, really.
they've got function in the bag.
It does come with different colors.
Here's where it gets a little tricky. This code slides right down the chimney, but when it comes to getting through security, you'll be on TSA's naughty list if you don't take it off first.
So whatever you use to get around this holiday,
You have your own means of transportation.
if you tow your tidings using Jack Togo,
All it takes is a little Christmas magic. And quicker than you can say good Saint Nick, you're home for the holidays with some extra jingle in your pocket.
Well, if it saves me $50 every time I fly, I'm all for it.
You know, that's the ultimate Christmas gift for the traveler.
Kay Cooley.
They all think I'm Santa Claus.
To get your own hands on some wearable luggage, you'll have to go online. The product line is based in Europe and starts at around $100.
That's a bargain for a Jack Togo, if you ask me. It's a sure sign that the holiday season is here. Santa Claus gets spotted coming to town. Excited kids had to patiently wait for their turn on the big man's lap. Children and families first get to wave to Santa as he parades through Mandan. Kids then line up to get their picture taken with him and Mrs. Claus. Although some kids were a little shy to sit on Santa's lap, others couldn't wait to tell him what's on their list.
We do electric bike. Legos. iPod.
Along with Santa's visit, families can enjoy wagon rides, caroling, and s'mores in downtown Mandan. And maybe they'll get a Jack Togo, who knows?
You never know. All right, keep it here. Still to come on KX News tonight. There's been a bit of a hairy situation this month. One reason why.
But first, meteorologist Jared Piepenberg lets us know if you'll want the extra facial warmth.
Today, really not too bad here in North Dakota, but days to come, things are definitely going to change. Check out Minot Skycam right now. Have a little bit of snow on the ground, especially out across the north. It's not a whole lot, and we're trying to melt some of that today anyway. So sitting at 28 degrees, a little bit cooler, wind out of the north-northwest at 5 miles per hour. And in Williston, plenty of clear sky here and a little bit of snow on the ground. We're at 40 with the southwest wind at 5 miles per hour. In Dickinson, most of the snow has melted. You can see just a little bit here and there. Actually had a little bit of snow, maybe a little bit of rain throughout the day. We're at 38 degrees, south winds at 5, so it's a little bit warmer across the south. And in Bismarck, Mandan, there's the state capitol in the top of your screen. A few people out and about here on this Saturday evening. We're sitting at 38, and we're lacking in some air movement anyway. So some calm air in Bismarck and Baker. Otherwise, kind of variable depending on what you're looking at here in the single digits. So kind of nice to have a day lacking in the wind across North Dakota. Temperature-wise, a lot warmer across the southwest, nearing 50 for Buffalo. Off toward the east, though, big temperature change here with some 20s up from Devil's Lake to Grand Forks, only at 21 degrees. Wilson at 40, and Garrison right now coming at 37. A little bit farther out here, we're at 40 in Minneapolis, 44 for Rapid City. All the way out here, San Diego sitting at 67, so a little bit warmer than what we have here in Bismarck anyway. We do have some of the coolest air across the country right now, just kind of sitting up for the northeastern part of the state into northern Minnesota. And right now our flow pattern generally kind of zonal, we would call it, just meaning that everything's coming onto the coast across the northwest, traveling across our northern states here, and just a few disturbances kind of creeping on by. Today we had this little one just kind of move across just toward the west of Bismarck and just east of Dickinson, kind of moving through that area here. Everything kind of tapering off anyway. So maybe had some light rain, maybe a few snowflakes in the mix. Wasn't a whole lot, and really no travel concerns with that. But that'll kind of move out. Tomorrow looks to be pretty quiet for the most part, although there will be another little disturbance, just a little spin up in the atmosphere that will kind of move on by here, bring a little bit of snow, and might even have a little bit of rain mix, because it looks like temperatures will be very similar to what we had today. Might even have a few breaks in the clouds across the southwest. But as we head into Sunday night, into Monday, another low pressure system is going to start to develop, and this will be our next weather producer here for us. So it's going to bring some winds and some snow, some rain, some mix. So on Monday, as this low starts to move into Montana and just move into parts of North Dakota, I think we could be in that warmer sector here. So we might see a little bit of rain, a little bit of mix across the north, having a better chance to pick up maybe a few inches of snow. And then once this low really starts to develop, notice the isobars, lines of constant pressure getting pretty close together. It's going to be kind of windy, have some snow in the area, and could possibly have some travel concerns as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. So you want to pay attention to that in the days to come. Lows tonight, though, dipping down to some 20s, maybe nearing some single digits up toward the north and east. Highs for tomorrow very similar to what we had for today, with some lower 30s across the north and around 40 across the southwest. Highs on Monday, still warm as this low approaches, but then things will really start to change. If you haven't seen this yet, well, here it comes. So some 30s for the next couple days, some light rain, some snow for the start of the work week, and then we might have some blowing snow conditions for Tuesday and into Wednesday. And then the temperatures, well, these are going to feel like they're hot today anyway, because I think on Friday some of us might not even climb up above 0. So there is North Dakota winter for you. It's coming this way.
It's coming. There's no escaping it.
All right. Thanks, Jared. Coming up on KX News, some men have pushed their facial hair to the limits.
Up first, though, it's all about the speed limit in this small town. We'll show you who is keeping an eye on drivers with a lead foot when we come back. Amber, you look lovely tonight.
Thank you, Ron. You too.
Are you married?
No.
Well, I am, so don't get any ideas. It's not too often you can call a sheriff's deputy a dummy and get away with it, even though I have. But in rural Slope County, North Dakota, there's an exception.
An old Crown Victoria sits and waits to surprise speeders who may travel through the county seat of Amidon too fast. Here's more on the deputy who's been causing double takes for more than 20 years.
The speed limit in Amidon is 25 miles an hour. But with more traffic than ever rolling through this part of the state, you get more lawbreakers with a lead foot. To help deter speeding in the town of 30 people, one deputy has been stationed near busy Highway 85 for more than 20 years.
It's been around as long as I can remember already.
He will never chase after you with flashing blue and red lights, but he does catch speeders by surprise.
It just goes to show we don't really have a lot of police force here to monitor the highway, so we got to do something to slow people down. So
after hearing about it somewhere else, the current sheriff helped place a squad car here more than 20 years ago.
It's a conversation piece no matter where you go.
Since then, Sheriff Pat Lorge says they've gone through 6 or 7 squad cars and more than 1 dummy thanks to vandals.
They needed a new dummy because the other one got stolen, so so I volunteered to help make a new dummy and got all kinds of random materials from around the neighborhood, and I modeled it after a friend of mine, Adam Hagen.
He's had makeovers and been moved around town, but he's always served the same purpose: get drivers to take a double take and break through the small town.
The people that come through all the time, it's just kind of, they know it's there and it's nobody, but it does slow down traffic a little bit.
An important member of the community that isn't going anywhere.
I just think it's kind of almost known Amidon for the cop car and the dummy and everything.
You kind of hear people that you're from Amidon and say, oh, that's where the car is at. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Whatever.
Although the actual sheriff says the town of Amidon is more known for its fairgrounds and church, many residents say the squad car usually sticks out as the most memorable. Yes.
What do you think?
Well, I have no idea.
All right. Coming up next in sports, it's a rivalry weekend. John Schaefer has Bobcat highlights as they take on the hated Bruins. Sports is next.
Bismarck State men's basketball welcomed a new coach to the court this past offseason. Joe Mueller and the Mystics season is now in full swing. After losing 3 of their first 4, BSC is on a 4-game winning streak. The Mystics' up-tempo offense is averaging 110 points per game during that win streak. Mueller says it's still early in the season, but once they get into their conference games, they'll see where they really stack up.
Once conference season comes around, I think those scores will probably obviously drop a little bit. It'll be a little bit more of a possession game, of course. I mean, we're still going to play up tempo and and try to put the ball in the basket. And of course, if it's going in, everything else looks good. But yeah, 110 is probably a little bit of an anomaly. It's probably not going to stay that way, but obviously we're happy with what we've been doing offensively.
Battle Minot Air Force Base next Saturday here in Bismarck at the BSC Armory. There's no love lost when it comes to the rivalry between the Austin Bruins and Bismarck Bobcats. Both teams are in a constant battle for the top spot in the NAHL Central Division year in and year out. In their first 2 meetings this season, the Bruins shut out the Cats in back-to-back games. That would fuel Bismarck Friday as they host Austin. Right to the action in the first period. Evan Giesler chips it out to Seth Blair. He turns on the wheels and finds the twine with the twisted wrister. Bobcats up 1-0 just 5 minutes into the game. Second period now, Phil Starzinski strong on the forecheck feeds Tommy Malkmus, but his one-timer is denied by Nicholas Lair. Then sparks fly. Dan Kovar for Bismarck has Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary waiting for Dion Anderson. The Cats assistant captain landing some solid blows. Still 1-0 in the second. Now the Bruins looking for an equalizer, but Aaron Nelson flashing the leather robs Jay Dickman on the doorstep. He's one of the best in the league this season. Nelson made all 33 saves on his way to the shutout. Bismarck gets the 4-0 win over Austin. And speaking of rivalries, some big matchups today in college football. Florida State tops Florida 37-7, staying perfect on the season. Into the Big Ten, Ohio State edges Michigan in a nail-biter 42-41. And tonight out in L.A., UCLA and USC will duke it out for bragging rights. That's a Pac-12 battle. So plenty of good football today, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's a tough call.
I've never seen fighting in a hockey match before.
No,
that was
me either.
fascinating. Thank you, John.
No problem.
Still to come tonight. One local man wins a bet by more than just a hair. Why he and his wife are relieved. November is over.
Plus, Jared takes a last look at the forecast.
It can get pretty cold this time of year, and a lot of men choose to forego their razors or trimmers for a little thing called No Shave November.
Some choose to let their facial hair grow all month long to raise awareness for a special cause, or just for good old-fashioned fun. Wachter Middle School tech teacher Mark Sheldon has a full beard for the first time ever. His 20-year-old son, Carl, challenged him to a beard-growing contest. Needless to say, Dad is the winner. Mr. Sheldon says his students often ask when he's going to shave it off. He says it's been a good run, but his wife is ready for him to clean it up.
It gets a little itchy sometimes. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty scraggly. I haven't even trimmed it a whole lot right now, so it's pretty rough looking. I think you get a lot of different looks than when you're clean shaven. People look at you a little different when you're kind of scruffy looking and you walk in somewhere.
Sheldon says he was going to shave his beard after Thanksgiving, so I'm sure he's feeling a little bit more of a breeze on his face right now. And there's also Movember for mustaches.
I'm fond of those.
Ron, I was wondering about that.
Yes.
How long did it take you to grow that bad boy?
This about 20 minutes.
Impressive.
You guys did a good job tonight.
Impressive.
I can't wait to
You
do
too.
it for real. That was a good warm-up.
Yes, very good warm-up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we did get you something here.
We would like to officially thank you for being our special co-anchor.
Oh my God.
KX News
this
sweatshirt.
What is it? Is it a burp towel?
It's cashmere.
Oh no, it's a sweatshirt, sorry. That is lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it so much. And it was wonderful to be here. Really was.
Stay classy.
What?
Oh, man.
Come again?
Thank you.
Oh, am I supposed to read that?